Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another great episode of Kyndra's Corner, man. Comedic edition. Love this time. And I got somebody new who's coming to the stage. But before I go ahead and bring these gentlemen on, I need y'all please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on because I don't need y'all missing any more of these great guests, comedians who are better than some of y'all's favorite comedians because they go out and send their henchmen to shows and steal their material. The first person I'm bringing to the stage, let me tell you something. Tattoos does not mean that you guys are forever. He likes to smack his kid shooter on her man or her BD's name. We got Alan Snyder. That's what I'm talking about. You're supposed to do that.
I have tattoos. I got them. But how are you, Kyndra? Nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you as well, man. You had a really good comedy bit in the backstage. I'm not gonna share it, but y'all need to come to this comedy show.
I don't know if it was a bit. I think that was just stuff that I was remembering from childhood.
The childhood trauma. I understand. I got one other person that I'm bringing to the stage. He once went to an orgy and no one wanted to have sex with him, so he's not who he thought he was. Ryan Renz is in the building, man. That's your fault for trying to be adventurous.
Look, nothing wrong with standing in the corner having fun with yourself. You know, if nobody else will have fun with you, you know, you can make all the fun on your own time. You know how that goes. We've all been there. We've all had fun on our own.
We all need an audience. It brings out the best in us.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm like, cool, this is a fully booked show. I'm glad there's 15 people here to watch me.
Hey, listen, Ron, I appreciate you definitely showing up. Alan, again, this is your first time. So, man, I thank you so much for, giving me a chance. Hopefully, I won't disappoint you. If I do, you catch a Charlie horse. All right, not you, not I, you. All right, so let me go ahead and start with the interesting news. And, Alan, let me come to you first. So, a man who won the $167 million Powerball jackpot last year was recently arrested for breaking into someone's house and stealing $12,000. Alan, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, hell yes, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, money does not change your level of petty. No way. Like, someone takes 12 grand for you. I don't care if you got $167,000. That's $12,000. I'm going to fucking, I will find you. I'll break little things around your house. And like, because you got money to get away with it. I think that's this dude's problem is that he wasn't, You had time to get the revenge right to get that money back. I would spend $24,000 to get that $12,000 back. You're not fucking taking advantage of me. No way. I don't have a joke on that. I think you just tapped into something that is primal in me, which is just like, don't fucking rip me off. I grew up poor, goddammit. From these streets.
Wait, before I come to Ryan, how poor are we talking? Because I had some poor stories as well. How poor are we talking?
That's true, right? All right. We're gonna outflex each other. I mean, my parents live in a trailer, like right now. So like we used to go on Indiana to vacation. We go to like Indiana, which is like not a big vacation hub. We found out later in life. My dad got arrested for yelling at the refs too much at a soccer game. And he was our coach. Yeah, he was our coach. Well, you get arrested if you yell unhinged shit at a referee.
Oh, okay, got you.
So look, I'm not saying I grew up the poorest, but I grew up poor enough that if someone steals $12,000 from me, I'm going to get that money back one way or another. And I'm fine with chancing some jail time because you can hire lawyers. Come on.
Yeah.
Free room and board, 3 meals a day. Ryan, what are your thoughts on this story?
You know, a great man once said, more money, more problems. And that's a hell of a problem to have there. You're like, I'm down 12, but I could be up another 12 if I get it back. And, honestly, I wish I would have known that guy because I would have told him I would have broke in there for like $1,000, $500 I got it done. I'd have been in that window. I would have found it and got out of there because that's what you do when you're broke. You have a little bit more of you have a little bit more wit to you. You're like, I can't get caught. I'm broke. There's no positive to getting caught when you're broke. If you're rich and you get caught, you're like, it's all right. And like Alan said, you get some lawyers and whatnot. But Alan here, man, he's like, yeah, I could relate to being poor. Meanwhile, it looks like your backyard's like the size of a football field there. Like, what's going on? I'm pretty sure you got a local football team about to show up.
Look, I married well, okay? I grew up poor enough to understand the value of a beautiful, smart, intelligent, well-off woman.
You got a nicer background than I've ever seen in my life.
She made that. She made that.
I was going to say, this looks like one of their stock. It looks like you have a stock background right now. You were like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not leaning back.
Like Windows, Windows will they want that. They're going to contact you for a background like that.
Yo, as long as they'll pay me $12,000, I'm fine with it.
Shout out to you, Alan. You know, marriage life, all that good stuff, and I'm proud of you, man. You did good. You did really good.
Thank you. Took a long time and a lot of charm.
Now, let me, before I come back to Alan, Ryan, let me ask you this. Everybody, unless you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, we've had to, deal with being broke as an adult. What's the brokest that you remember being as an adult that you were like, bro, I hope I never go back to that part of my life?
I was living in my friend's iPhone shop, showering at Planet Fitnesses and stuff. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, that's a humbling time there. When you get to a point where you've been showering at Planet Fitness for like about a month and you start to like critique you're not even there to lift weights anymore. You're like, I'm just here for showers. And then you have to email the manager and tell him that you're not happy with the cleanliness of the showers. That's a whole new level of broke there, because you're like, dude, I shower in this shower every day and there's like the same shit on the walls in here, man. And the guy's like, I can't imagine what the manager was thinking on his end. He's like, what? Like, yeah, all right, man. Like, why are you showering here every day? Like, I'm sure that was a lot of his questions, but what do you know? They got rid of the snot rockets that I was calling out. I sent him, man. Said, look at this shit, man. This is a sickening shower that I'm in right here. I was like, I'm trying to jerk off in a clean bathroom, man.
Hey, look, but you know what, man, but at least you did something. You did something more than other people. Because I mean, Alan, are you one of those folks who, one of those individuals who, if something
I got a poor story. I could tell a poor story. I bounced a check for $6.50 at Walmart, and at that Walmart, if you bounced a check, they had an agreement with the city to send you immediately to like the like some kind of financial, what is it called? You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like a financial 12-step program thing. And I was in there with like every other person. I'm sitting like 8th in the circle, right? And they're all going around. And you have to tell people why you're there. And everyone there is like, I lost $20,000 at the casino, and before they could take the money, I went to the bank and I withdrew it. And the other people are like, yeah, I did. Like, it was all casino stories for like amounts of money that I didn't think existed, like $80,000. Someone would just go and blow at a casino, and that would be their whole retirement. And they'd be like, fuck, I gotta get it. And they'd all get sent it. And I had to say, yeah, I bounced a check for $6.50 because I bought pasta and lemonade at Walmart. And these people just stared at me like they wanted to kill me. They had $80,000. What the fuck? That's a lot of money.
What year was this?
1940. It was black and I know. I'm talking about like checks.
I know. I was like checks. I was like,
and going to a department store instead of ordering shit online. No, it was. That would have been 2003.
I'm very envious of that era that you lived in there with bouncing checks. I feel like I would have been like, what's his name? Leonardo.
Oh, Catch Me If You Can. Yeah,
I'd have been bouncing checks all over America, man. I would have been top of the FBI's wanted list if I was in the check era. I mean, like every now and then I blow the dust off my checkbook and write one out to my landlord. But other than that, I'm like, man, the limitless possibilities of a checkbook to me. I stare at it sometimes. I'm like, I saw Catch Me If You Can, and I'm like, I'm completely envious of this guy. I mean, even the movie.
I did the same thing, but the only thing I could picture was a little bit of lemonade and some Walmart brand pasta.
I mean, I'm telling you, that was peak as a kid. That movie Blank Check, man. The kid got hit. His bike got hit. Some rich guy back there, but gave him a blank check. The kid was like, $1 million, and then
Yeah,
just
yeah.
bought everything. I was like,
That
man,
was how we bought the house. That my story inspired the screenwriter of Blank Check.
I
He
mean,
was like, oh, I don't know why I listened to you tell this boring ass story. Here's how you can punch it up. And now
it's
I got
just
a
like,
backyard.
I mean, that's so wild funny. And it's like, that just reminds me of the time when I was a kid and I'd see like a credit card commercial. And I had VHS, I'd pop it in, I'd record it, but I'm like watching my rerun of like wrestling or whatever. I recorded myself, and I'd see a commercial for like a credit card, and I'd pause it. I'd be like, "Oh my god, I can go buy shit online with this right now." I was like, they didn't cover the number up. It's 0000000.
Yeah.
I was like trying to put it in on the internet. I was like, it's not working. This is crazy. Somebody else beat me through it. I hate this.
So, Alan, what I was going to ask you, another one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, before I just took over the fucking.
You're
Fun here.
You're like I said, the show's for everybody. It's not Kyndra's corner, it's Alan's corner, it's Ryan's corner, right?
Yeah.
So one of the questions I was going to ask you, Ryan mentioned that he, wrote a, pretty much every day, hey, about Planet Fitness, right? And then somebody eventually did something about it, right? I've noticed Ryan's one of those people from a previous story. He had to go write OSHA about how he was being treated unfairly at work. Alan, are you that same person where you will literally sit here and write the mayor, say, listen, you need to come get these potholes out of the road? Like, are you that same person?
No, dude. I don't believe that any of that shit works. Not like, unless you go to their house, I just don't think that. I think it's so easy to ignore people now. Like, no one is minding the store. It's just fucking a free for all. Especially like in LA, there are just fires all of the time. Like, and people are like, online people are like, did someone do something about this fire? And they're like, they'll get to it. Like, that's just kind of how things are, I feel like. So yeah, I don't think any of that works. I try to like this is against my politics, I guess, but I order shit from Amazon just so that when it inevitably breaks, I can just like send it back and get a new one, because that's the only return thing that works anymore, is just low-key stealing from Amazon. I think like nothing else works. Yeah. So no, I don't write long ass emails. I complain on podcasts, I guess.
So Al, let me. So here's a random poll of the day. So what would you say, in your opinion, the dumbest thing, or not your opinion, but the dumbest thing that you or someone has risked everything for? And a follow up is that what's the biggest life lesson that you've learned about greed?
The dumbest thing that I've read. I mean, like, I tried to be in a band for a long time. Like, that is so fucking dumb. That is just like, it's like being in a band is just like starting a failing business with your friends. And you're like, hey, do you guys want to make... Because there's a group of 6 people, and you're like, do you guys want to make $7 every 3 months? And they're like, yeah, that sounds great. What's the time commitment? And it's like most of your time. And like, the thing I love about stand-up is like, hey, come, you will authentically have a good time. You don't have to like beg people from your work to be like, hey, here, come listen to the same 9 songs over again. So yeah, anyone who is not the hottest person you've ever seen in your life starting a band, this is a bad idea. And that's what I did for so long. And like, I have dumb tattoos, because I feel like all tattoos are dumb, but I was like, I gotta get these, I'm in a band. And now I gotta explain them to people, and they're all boring stories. Every tattoo story has a boring story. So yeah, like, if you're not so good at music that like random people will just show up at your house or something, don't be in a band, because that's the dumbest thing that I've ever risked it all for.
What was your before I come to Ryan? What was y'all's band called?
Oh, there's a bunch of just terrible names. I was in a band called Republic of Lights. I was in a band that's like full on Arcade Fire ripoff. I was in a band called The Elegant Universe. I was in a band called Dr. Radical. Yeah, they were not good. And none of them are on Spotify even. So
So you were multiple bands. It wasn't
like
just one.
not good enough that a giant corporation is willing to make any money off of. They're like, it's too much work. This will cost us money if someone finds this.
Hilarious. Let me say this before I come to Ryan. I'm coming to ask you the same question. I want to say about the man who hit the jackpot. I don't know what type of luck or so, because every time I have played the lottery, now mind you, I've done scratch offs. I've done the scratch offs, of course, like the cash 3 or whatever, and I don't hit. And my mother is really good at hitting with scratch offs, and so she gave me the secret of what to do, which is basically you want to go for the higher, like the $30-$40 scratch off, because that's going to guarantee more. I did. And all I just want was my $30 back. It doesn't work for me. Like this is a ripoff. And I'm like, you mean to tell me a thief? A thief got 100? I don't steal. I mean, I steal for my job, but I'm still other than that. Okay. So Ryan, what is the dumbest thing that you have, you or someone you know risk everything for? And a follow up with that is, what's the biggest life lesson that you learned about greed?
You know, it's always women related. I think is the biggest thing you see people risking for. You know, it happens too much. You see it in movies, you see it in TV, you see it on the streets. It just happens a lot. I mean, every night that I take a girl out on a date, it's a risk. You know, you're like, this is a risk already. We're getting into this for maybe $100 to $200, and she may never call me again. And happens more times than you think. Honestly, I mean. No network's picking up a TV show about me yet, but I mean, honestly, we got some good stuff. I'm sure it wasn't the last one that I'd spend $200 on, and I'd still end up, you know. I mean, I got to be down $40,000. I'm about to I should be using checks to pay for these dinners, honestly. Skip town.
Let me hold on real quick, before I get my answer, Alan. Before you got married, what was the most amount of money that you remember spending on a woman that you no longer speak to?
So we're talking about like dating and shit?
Yeah, dating.
Because like, I feel like that throws it up. Because like, if you're with someone for like 3 years, you go on vacations and shit. That stuff gets expensive. I remember I was dating this girl whose parents like had timeshares. They were like heavy in the timeshare community, right? And we went to like the Caribbean, and like I had done all this research and shit, and I found this private beach. We've been together for like 3.5 years at this point. And so we get to the private beach, and she's fucking like, we rented an ATV to get there, right? And she's miserable, and she's like all mad. And I'm like, I could theoretically be proposing to you here, right? Like, this is like the right setup for this. And you're like miserable. I would never propose to you because you're the kind of person who would be miserable at this private beach. But I could have been. So that was an expensive one. Outside of that, I think so I moved to LA in 2016, and I had this date. I had a first date with this woman. I didn't know anything about LA. And there's this place. And so I'm like, hey, we had matched on Tinder or whatever. These stories are so long, and I don't know if they have punchlines. So I matched with this woman, and she was like, and I was like, hey, I just moved here. Like, normally I'd be like, let's go here or there. I know you don't, like, women get mad if you put that thing on them, but I just moved here. So like, if there's a place that you like, I'll take you there. And she goes, yeah, let's go to this place called Perch. And then I looked it up, and Perch is on top of a fucking skyscraper. It is 100% where like it's Valentine's Day and proposals. And I was like, ooh, you fucking scammed me. And we went there, and I was like,
and then we went there.
I was like, because it was the day of when I looked it up. I was like, you know what you were doing? She's like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, you know what LA is like? That was a blank check. Like, I could just, it's like, I could pick any place. I'm here. She's
That's
like,
a sequel to blank check.
I'm never going to see you again. Like, I want to go to see what this place is like. And we had a lovely evening. It was really nice, and it was 100% on my dime. So shout out to her. I was like, yo, good hustle. Like, get your fucking paper. I respected it. I can't do that shit. If I was like, yo, Kyndra, take me out someplace in New York, you're not going to take me to a skyscraper? Come on.
I mean, no. And out here in Atlanta, there's a place. That's
Oh,
where
fuck,
I'm
you're in Atlanta? My bad. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you were in New York.
No, I'm in Atlanta, and then Ryan's out there in Philly. So I was gonna say there's this place called the Sundial, which it has like it's known for spinning floors. It goes like 3 miles an hour. Like the whole restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
It's really nice. But I would never dare no one. I would never say, "Come out, let's go there." Like, no, we can go hang out, have a picnic in the park, and feed ducks.
Yeah, dude, on a first date to be like with airplanes flying around you to be like, so what do you like to do for fun? Is it sitting on top of skyscrapers? Is the only thing I know about you. Fucking Batman.
And then it's like, where do you go after that? You know, it's like you're gonna be at McDonald's next week. You know?
Honestly, you know what was next is probably an improv comedy show because it was 2016. I was like, you're getting both ends of the
You got to
spectrum.
eat on the moon after that. You're already too high up. There's no more options to go higher. Like, we get in the airplane, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably we could have boosted a helicopter if the date was going well, I guess.
You know what, y'all are funny. My answer as far as the dumbest thing, I agree with you, Ryan. A woman, and Alan, you a woman, right? So hey, I'm sorry that we have been the downfall to y'all's wallets and blank checks and stuff. I'm sorry that what I would say. Alan, go ahead. Let us know where they can find you online, your socials, your next show. If you're going to be traveling to Atlanta, if you're going to be going to Europe, where are you going to be at?
Yeah, so I'm Alan J. Snyder on Instagram. I think I'm Alan Snyder on TikTok, just because I like to keep that confusing. I've got a website. I think it's alansnyder.com. But I host a show called The Diagnosis, where comics do their sets and then get roasted by a therapist right after. So right now we're doing that. You're like, you seem like you need it. It's the only time I've done therapy. We do it in LA, in Santa Monica, at this place called The Crow, but we also kind of do it up and down the West Coast. We're doing one on the 1st of August in San Diego. Going to try and take it around the country after that. But yeah, right now, August 1st in San Diego. When does this go out, Kyndra? Is this now? Is it just
live.
like out?
It's already out.
I'm doing a show called The Reverse Roast at this place called The Clubhouse in LA this Wednesday. And I don't know. I'll post about other stuff. But yeah, that's me.
Love it. Ryan, go ahead. Tell us your socials, the whole nine.
You guys can find me on OnlyFans. I do a lot of solo male jerk off porn, quality stuff. I'm actually up for an Emmy next summer. It's gonna be great. Definitely give me a follow for that. That's my Instagram right there. You can find all my sneaky links in the bio. Yeah, we have a great time there. I'm hanging out while I hang dong on the video. All right.
Y'all are fun, and thank you so much to my guest.
Wait, are you doing flaccid OnlyFans videos?
Yeah.
You're hanging it. It doesn't say
helicopter shit.
That dude, good for you, man. You gotta innovate because everyone else is just doing full hard cocks and like, stop showing off.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm trying to be relatable to everybody else.
Exactly. Everyone's getting older. We've got like a testosterone deficiency. That's what the news is saying. Come on, like I want something I can connect to. I don't want something I can aspire to.
Y'all are funny. Well, let me go ahead, man. Thank you to both of my guests for coming on. Thank you to the audience for watching, tuning in. With that being said, man, you all be blessed. You all be safe. We're out.